I'm super excited to talk to you guys. If you guys actually saw how I'm filming this right now, you would really find this hilarious. I have to show you guys actually. I've actually stacked like multiple boxes because I just announced that I was gonna do this live, and then I realized that I'm in Colaba and I don't have like my tripod or anything. So yeah, this is what we call Jugad. Hi. Lots of lovely ladies joining in. How are you guys? Okay, so I want to start with why I decided to go live today. There's been a lot of talk about Women's Day, and there's been all this talk after I did my video with lots of people commenting about what they want for Women's Day in terms of what women want and what changes they want in their life. And I just really felt like I wanted to say something and talk to you guys about this, and there was just no other way to have this conversation. So I thought we'd do a live video and talk about us and talk about women and talk about some really cool women. So my Women's Day video had a lot of really cool women, and I was really happy to include all of them. It was a task getting together so many women to actually send in like their videos and clips and things like that. But I think it was totally worth it because I thought it was really amazing the way it turned out in the end. And yeah, I just didn't want to do like a typical Women's Day video or to do any brandy things because I felt more passionately about Women's Day, and I wanted to do something that's more inspirational and something that's really from the heart. So that's why we're doing this. Sorry, I've been seeing a lot of you saying hi everybody. And yeah, I don't know if you guys have any questions for me or you guys want to discuss um, my video or what your thoughts are about women today. I'm really happy to discuss that because I just felt like back, see my back. um, yeah, I'm happy to answer all your questions about Women's Day and about my Women's Day video or what you guys feel about women today. And what I wanted to tell you guys was somebody asked about my lipstick shade. Yes, that's where I was. It is my Burt's Bees lip balm in rose, and that's all I'm wearing. I'm not allowed to wear any makeup or any of that today because I did my laser today. So, um, somebody said no women wanted attention. Do you really think that's what women want? I don't think we crave attention. I mean, like I think every human being craves attention. I don't think it's like a female trait. I think even men want attention, and I've seen a lot of men who want attention as well. Someone says, who is that? Who is that? Who is that? Shania Kumari. What is my favorite thing about being a woman? Okay, so there's two things. On a lighter note, I think dressing up. I feel like men don't have the chance to really dress up, and they don't have that many options. Like as women, we can wear trousers, we can wear skirts, dresses, shorts. The options are limitless. Um, on a serious note, I feel it's our ability to multitask. Like I feel like we can do many things in one go. Where women are really like different in that aspect. I don't think men can multitask as well. And sometimes I do feel like I'm wrong, and there are great men as well. But I just feel like we have this amazing ability to multitask where we can do a zillion things at one time and do them well, which I think is amazing about being a woman. Lots of questions coming in. Super excited. Do you feel you want deadlines or any of that? Like I remember when I was younger and I used to go out clubbing and things like that. I used to come home with the milkman at like 7 a.m. sometimes, and my dad was having his tea, and he'd be like, "Oh, did you have a good night?" And be like, "Yeah, I had a lot of fun." So I think for me it was a very different situation because my parents really were very liberal and very supportive about everything. So that's why I really feel passionately about this, and I feel like for me as an individual, I've really been able to live my life and do what I want. And I know a lot of people felt like they thought, oh, you're going to get married now, your life is going to change, or blah, blah, blah. And other than my address, which at the moment it hasn't changed because I'm back in my old room because I'm staying here for a few days. But like, I I have the freedom to still do whatever I wanted to do, and I still do exactly what I want to do. I mean, I spend a few days in a week with my parents here. Um, I run my house the way I want to, and yeah. So I just feel like it's never been something I've thought of as, oh, this is not gonna hold this is gonna hold me back because I'm a woman. That's not something that's ever crossed my mind. Lots of questions. God, wow, you guys are really quick. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's go back. Um, Honestly, I didn't realize that gender Okay, I seem to be losing my connection. I don't know why that is. Blame Hathaway, but that's my favorite thing to do. Blame Hathaway. Wow, wow. Somebody, Tejaswani Singh said talk in Hindi. Okay, I'm going to try and answer the next one in Hindi. कृति गोयल पूछ रही है कि मैं अपने पैसे कैसे आई डोंट नो द हिंदी वर्ड फॉर इन्वेस्ट करती हूँ तो मैंने एक पूरा वीडियो किया है सेविंग्स के बारे में और मैं उसको कहीं पे डालूंगी डिस्क्रिप्शन में या यहाँ पे अगर डाल सकती हूँ इस वीडियो के बाद वो आप देखिए क्योंकि मैं मेरी सेविंग्स खुद हैंडल करती हूँ और मेरे एक फैमिली फ्रेंड है जिसका फर्म है जो मेरे सेविंग्स इन्वेस्ट करते हैं Okay. Next question. Hi, hi, hi. Lots of you lovely ladies joining in. So, what's your take on girls who are restricted by their families? What do you recommend to them? How should they handle it and do what they really want? Arti, I would say you should have a conversation with your family. I don't know if it's just your parents or if there are other people involved as well, but I think the biggest thing to do is to explain to them that you're not any less than a boy, and that you can do exactly what you want and you have the ability to achieve it, and truly get them to believe that, because I don't know what else to say in terms of how I've never personally had to deal with something like this and fight um, being a woman in the house and be like, oh, I need this because I mean, it's not because I'm a girl I can't do this. My really really helps having an open relationship. For us that really worked because we told our parents everything, like when we had boyfriends or when we were going out or who we were going out with, and there was no reason to really lie. Like they knew everything, and they trusted us and they were happy with that. So I would definitely say talk to them. uh Is there a lot of criticism for my choice? What's your take on that? Are you talking about the my choice video? Um, I mean, honestly, I didn't see anything wrong with the video. I was really happy to be a part of it. I know my brother-in-law made it, and a lot of people might think I was biased about it, but um, truly, I think that every woman should have her own choice to do whatever she wants to do. It's not about things being right or wrong. It's about having the choice. That's what I think the whole video was about, and I think a lot of people misinterpreted it because you know I don't think that was the point of it. It was about women having the choice to do what they want to do. Sumit, something. I'm sorry. It's sad that we feel privileged and supporters rather than normal. That's true. I mean, it should be a normal thing, like a woman who inspires you besides your family members. Oh, there's so many women, like women are doing incredible things. Like if you saw my video, the sad part is that I didn't really get to explain the stories of a lot of the women who were in my video, but there was someone called Zaria, and if you go to her profile, you will see she was a victim of abuse, and she has a really young son. She left her abusive husband. She's raised her son herself, and she's fought to change the law for single mothers to get a passport for their children. And we had a pregnant, an Olympian who ran, used to run professionally when she was pregnant. So many women who have just got such incredible stories, and I do plan to do another series. I want to ask you guys, what do you think about that? I want to do a series with incredible women and their stories, stories, which could be much longer, like maybe like a, more of a Q&A format, telling you exactly what they've been up to. And there's just so many women, because I keep making lists about women that are amazing, and the list is just getting bigger and bigger, and I think that's something I would want to do, and that is a plan. So do you guys think that will work well? um Someone said, do you think what do you think is the reason girls being suppressed? I think it's just parents' mentality, like you said, or people thinking. I don't know. Like in India, we have this stupid thought process where girls are um, more delicate than boys, and that they can't do this or they can't do that, or that we should protect the girls and not let them go out, or things like that. But that's only gonna like stifle them. I don't think that's gonna like empower them. And I think like there's some girls who I meet, and I look at them and I think, wow, that's amazing when they're doing their own thing at a really young age, or they have supportive families, and that's quite amazing. So I think that's something I do think is it's a mentality thing, unfortunately, and it's gonna take a while to change it. But I think as women, we really need to change it. So if you have young boys around you, or kids around you, you should teach them, or so that the next generation kind of doesn't have the same problems we did. Um, I just started traveling solo, and my family reacted about it, but later went to my mom for a trip. Sorry. And it was fun, and just me and my mom after it. So that is amazing. That is a really cool thing to do. I actually wanted to do trips with my parents as well. The last trip I took them to Bali, I really wanted to take them abroad, and that was on my like wish list to do, and I did that. Now I'm thinking the next thing I want to do is actually do separate trips with them, because the thing is they're very different. Like my dad is kind of like me, and he loves adventure stuff, or more outdoorsy stuff, and my mom is like more the shopping and chilling types. So I feel like they might enjoy like different places and different trips, and that is something I did think of doing as well, because I just feel like last time we were like torn between what to do, because like one person wants something and the other one wants something else. So that's something I think is a great idea. Maybe I'm gonna do solo trips with mommy and dad. Best moment as a woman, Abdullah, Sabira. Sabira, I think for me, at this point in my life, is probably the best time of my life, where I feel really happy with what I've achieved in my career, and I feel really happy that I have the freedom to do what I would love, and that I can support my family with that. I can look after my parents, I can manage my own home, um, and live the life that I wanted. So I feel like that for me is really important, and it makes me feel amazing, more than anything else. Like you can have achievements or things like that, but for me, I think just the fact that I'm independent, and that I can manage things on my own, that makes me feel amazing. A lot of shame women are body shamed these days in society, which is obsessed with looking good. I get body shamed for being too skinny. People constantly comment on pictures. Like if there's ever a picture in a swimsuit on Instagram, all I get is, "Oh my God, you're skinny. You look sick. Your bones are showing." Blah 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 blah, and it's just people have their own perceptions, and people are never happy. Like at one point people would think, oh, they think you're too thin, or they think you're too big, or it's just always the case. So I don't think you should be thinking about anyone else or tolerating it. If anyone else tells you that, you should just respond to them and tell them that that's not cool, and that you don't want to hear it. Someone is asking me how I met Talwar. Well, we have a long story, and I think this live will go on all night. We've done a video on coupling, I think, which is our story. Check that out, which pretty much states how we met and everything. Um, what else do we have here, girls? This is actually really fun. I'm really enjoying having these conversations with you guys. Do I ever wear a sari? Yes, I do. I wear a sari, but not like casually. I usually wear it like to weddings and things like that. Otherwise, not so much. But yeah, to weddings or things like that. How can women empower other women according to you? Vijay asked this. Well, I didn't think a lot of men would be joining this conversation, but thank you for the question. This is something I feel really passionately about. You know, I feel like our biggest enemies as women are women, which is really sad because you never have the men pulling men down. You know, you don't have like men going, like, oh, you know, I hate what you're wearing, or like, ew, he looks ugly. Like, men don't talk that way. Or yeah, other men, you know, women. I seem to have lost you guys again. I don't know why this connection is so terrible. Reconnect, 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 reconnect. Can you guys hear me right now? Can you guys hear me? Because it says reconnecting. I don't know if you guys are there. Yeah? Okay, okay, okay. I see all your yeses. So yeah, I just feel like women pull a lot of women down, which is really not cool. You know, we need to have each other's backs, and it's just something that you shouldn't be doing for fun, for sure. Like, I feel like a lot of women do that, and they're like, oh, you know, the worst ones saying the nastiest things to women is women, and I just feel like that's terrible because we need to kind of have each other's backs, and I feel like we should really really be you know, fighting for each other. And I'm not saying like stupidly, like obviously if you don't like something, you don't have to support someone and say something, but don't say something nasty to someone for no reason at all. That's something that I don't like feel is nice. Next question. Will I have kids at some point in my life? Yeah, I will, but when I want them and when I'm ready for them. Uh, what else do we have? Someone asked about my laser experience. Well, I'm gonna come closer so you guys can see this. I just did my face today. It's pretty much painless, and there's no sort of reaction or any of that. And yeah, really, really happy with it. The hair's become finer, and I don't have a lot of hair on my, you know, face anymore. So happy with it so far, going well. Um, Does Webhub get jealous of you earning more? Has to know who wants what, Zishan. But I think like we all have our egos. Like I have a massive ego as well. It's not like I don't think it's a male ego or a female ego. I feel like um, we're equals in the relationship, and that's how things should be. So yeah. Uh, when we ask for equality, have you ever thought why a Women's Day and there's no Men's Day? That's interesting. The thing is, the reason there is a Women's Day is because there are so many women that are still oppressed, so many women that are facing inequality and things that aren't really working in their favor, which is why I feel like we need it. We're asking for that because we don't have it. So I mean, even though I believe, yeah, that we're equals, and I personally may not have faced a gender bias in my life growing up, but yeah, there are lots of women who do. So that is why I think we still need to have a Women's Day. Um, is it true that Parsi religion allows a brother sister to get married? No, no, that is not true. I don't know where you heard that. That is not true. Um, why did I not add Sejal in the video? Because she didn't respond. I sent messages to over, I think, 100 women, and it was so hard to get everyone to send in their clips in time. You know, like I was gonna put it up on Monday, but then there was so many women who wanted to send in clips, and they were like, give me a few more hours, which is why I didn't upload on Monday. I said, okay, I'll push it till Tuesday, and then I waited and waited and waited until Tuesday night to like finally close the video, because there was so many women sending in like their videos, and I wanted you to guys to like hear from as many as possible, which is why a lot of people are not in it. It's not because I didn't want them in it, it's just because maybe they didn't have the time or they were busy doing something else. So uh apart from living, what do I do have for a living? Apart from YouTube, what do I do for a living? Was that the question? It just went by. This is my full-time job. This is it. This is my job. Any more questions? Which was your first achievement that made you feel I'm independent? I think earning. Like I started earning myself when I was like 16, when I was modeling, and I think that that kind of obviously gave me a different kind of independence, and that made me feel pretty like independent. So I think earning at a young age definitely helped. We have two things in common: having a boyfriend for more than 10 years and then marrying him. I'm also 30. Congratulations, Kanksha. I think you did the right thing. A lot of people get married early, but I was much happier like dating someone and then marrying them when we were ready for marriage. uh, Hi, Pari. Someone said, do we fight and not talk to each other for days? I mean, every couple fights, but no, we don't not talk to each other for days. I don't think we have that kind of patience, or we can keep fighting that much. Someone said, where's my top from? It is from Zara. I bought it on the sale. Check out my last haul. It was like lots of stuff from Zara. Uh, okay, let's see. What is this first step I should take towards becoming independent? Divya, I think you should get a job. I mean, honestly, like do an internship, or get a job in whatever you want to, like a part-time job or whatever. It is the best thing, when you're that age, because then you have financial independence, and then um, it's just like I feel like people respect you more, and yeah, just get a job. Sindhuja said, did you have your dinner? Yes, I did. I ate early with my parents today because we were going to do the live. Is life better? Which life is better, married or single? I mean, I honestly don't think life has changed that much, as I said, for me, other than living away from my parents, which is a bit of a struggle because they're kind of getting older and they need me around more. So I do spend a few days in a week here. But other than that, it's pretty much the same. And also, my shooting schedule is a bit crazy because I can't really shoot in our house. The light is not so great, so I don't shoot a lot there, which is why I shoot a lot here. So yeah, I mean, other than just being up and down, not much has changed. Uh, I'm very young, but I don't want to marry because I never understand the girls who I have girls have to leave the house. They don't like Indian marriages, especially their unnecessary rituals. Well, Shashi, you don't need to have all those unnecessary rituals. Like we had a registered marriage, a legal marriage, and that was it. There were no rituals or any of that. That's it. It was just like we got married in like 10-15 minutes, had a big like bash with our friends. Actually, not a big bash, a small bash, really small bash. But yeah, that's what we wanted, and that's what we had. And if you're really young, I don't think you need to get married yet. Anyways, you have a while before you get married, right? So I mean, take your time. Uh, can you do a video on choices for engineering students? I have no idea about engineering. I mean, to everyone who is doing that, study hard. I have no idea what will I do. Um, Worst reaction I received about my haircut. Oh God, like people have said all sorts of things. Some people have commented on our video saying Webber and me look like brothers. Some people have said lesbian alert. What else? All the stereotypes possible about short hair. And need I tell you guys, I'm planning to go shorter, so you can see this part. Like I'm trying to like even get rid of this long part and make it really short. Hmm. Let's see how it goes. Still deciding. Thank you. Someone said they love my short hair. I love it too, and I don't know what I was doing with long hair all these years. But Okay. How to be positive about everything. I mean, everybody's going to be negative, it's also be positive throughout. Everybody has their moments, I have my moments, and you just have to, like, I guess, get through them and think of the positive. Like, there's always some kind of a silver lining, and that's what you've got to look for, because that will keep you going. Uh, Next, gotta do India destination. We're actually in the process of deciding right now. So in the next few days, we shall decide. Uh, do I have to deal with Eve teasing? How do I handle it? Oh yeah, I've dealt with my share of Eve teasing, and I mean, usually I confront the person, or I give them this deathly stare, and I'm like, and yeah, I mean, I think that's the only way to deal with it. You can't just be like, it's cool, say what you want. Or I turn around and say, कुछ बोला? आपने कुछ बोला? And they're like, नहीं 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 नहीं. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Um, Tejaswini says, any message for women? I think just, live your life the way you want to live it. Set your own goals, your own dreams, your own boundaries, and just truly believe in yourself. Like, I feel, there's a lot of self doubt with a lot of women. Don't let that affect you. Just do what you love. Like, do what you really want. Like, I mean, don't think about what people think and what people are going to say, because all of that doesn't really matter. It's about you and your family, and if you're happy and they're happy, and that's all that matters. I mean, it really, nothing else really matters. So what do I think about arranged marriages? I don't think they're my cup of tea for sure. I don't think I would have ever been able to get into an arranged marriage whatsoever. And I don't really know a lot of people in arranged marriages. It's not a thing in my space, at least. Like, my family, there's been no arranged marriages whatsoever. Like, not even my parents' generation. It's all been love, love, love. Um, so yeah, that's not something I can comment on, because I don't really know. I haven't seen a lot of arranged marriages other than like friends' parents and things like that. So I don't think it would have been something I would have done, but it works for a lot of people. So um, the awkward YouTuber, all the best. Study hard, and to everyone else who's got their board exams, eeks, that's like a bad time. Like, I remember when I had my board exams, I used to be studying right there behind the phone. There was my desk, and I used to be like, um, okay. If I was allowed to eat one thing for my entire life, what would it be? Dim sum or momos. I just had some for dinner. What I love being most about being a girl, I already answered that. Do you think saving money in a PTM savings account is a good option? As M10 and don't have much knowledge about as you all know, I don't have much knowledge, and my father real FD. I suppose. I mean, like, I guess any kind of saving is great at your age. That's amazing. I don't know what I was doing at 10. I didn't even think of savings. Uh, 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 what are the other questions? Do you do something particular for women's right, be it big or small? Voice your opinions towards something wrong being done towards women. Is that, I don't know if that's a question, or like, if you're asking me if people should do it, or whether I do it personally, or yeah, if I do feel that something is going wrong with a woman, I would never keep quiet. I would always voice my opinion, and help that woman. And I just feel like that's something as women that we really, really, truly should do. And whenever I hear of stories of someone who needs help, I'm happy to help them. So I think that's what we should do as women. Uh, Someone said favorite climate. I'm not one for the cold. I like the summer. Uh, how how did you feel when you saw Sonam is following you on Instagram? Actually, I didn't know she was following me for the longest time, until she liked a picture, and then people started commenting saying that she follows me. Sweet, and I must say, like, she was really sweet about being in the video. I just sent her a message, and she sent her video in, and that was really really sweet of her. So I've never met her personally. I don't know her, but like, she just sent her clip in, which was really nice, I thought. So thank you, Sonam, for that, if you're watching. I doubt you are, but thank you. YouTubers I'm currently watching, rather, actually, the truth is, I've not seen a YouTube video in really, really long. Um, I don't really like to watch a lot of people's content because I kind of feel like then you get influenced by them. It's only natural. Like, you watch it, you get inspired, you think, oh, I should do that, I should do something similar, things like that. And that's why I avoid watching a lot of YouTubers unless they're not in my space at all. And honestly, over the last 1 month, I have not had a free day to, like, on for like 10 minutes. It's just been crazy, 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 crazy. And the only time that I've had free, I've either gone for a movie or something like that to just switch off and, like, like, take a break from everything. But, like, it's been very hectic, and I've not really had the time to watch a lot of YouTube videos. Don't I look tired? uh, Did someone say, don't you get any information if someone follows you? Intimation? Oh, yeah, but, like, there's so many, like, there's so many people that follow you every day. And honestly, with Instagram, I don't know if you guys know this, but your feed keeps going away, like, unless you keep looking at it every hour, which I don't do. Like, sometimes I see my Instagram once or twice in a day, and every few hours the more notifications come, and the older ones just vanish. So if you haven't seen them, you haven't seen them. So yeah, that happens too. How do I motivate myself? That's a good one. I feel like I sometimes struggle with motivation. I feel like sometimes I'm just really really tired, or I just don't want to, like, do anything, and I just want to vegetate. But that never happens because when you work for yourself, you have to keep working, or the job doesn't get done. So it's really hard sometimes, but you have to keep telling yourself that this is something you need to do because for whatever the reason you need to do it for. So I mean, there are times when I think I love doing what I do as my job. So when I'm tired, that's what I think about. I think, Sherry, don't you love this? Don't Isn't this what you want to do? Isn't this, like, what you've dreamed of doing? And aren't you happy doing it? And then I do it. With other things, I think of why I should do them, and I do them. Like, cleaning my room right now has been a mess, mess, mess. And I've been cleaning for the last 5 hours, and I still have about 2 or 3 hours after this to go, where we'll continue the cleaning, then take a shower, and then go to bed. So it's just something that I've been saying, you have to do it. Sit down and do it. So that's how it works. So that's something I've done. So I think for me, it's just about telling yourself why you need to get that done, and then doing it. Oh, wow, so many questions, so many questions, so many questions. Okay. Do you ever get anxious when others tell you what to do as you are a woman? Oh, I never listen to them, Amrita. I get really angry when people say something. I'm like, I know what I'm doing. Let me do it. You know, and I say that to everyone. Like, even when my parents tell me, like, my mom tries to tell me something about work, or she'll be like, what? But didn't with her. I'm like, Mom, this is my job. And I don't like to be told what to do ever, in any kind of aspect. And I'm really, like, I'm not good with that. So it's not about, like, if someone told me you can't do something because you're a woman, oh my god, they will never hear the end of it. So no, I don't really think about that. Someone said, is it okay to wear a size L and be comfortable about it? I receive a lot of flack from women around me saying that I need to lose weight, but I have the perfect BMI. Mrinalini, I think as long as you're fit, that's all that matters. We come in all sizes and shapes, and it's not about that. It's about being fit. It's about being healthy. And if you feel healthy and you feel fit and you can do whatever you want to do in life, then don't even think about anyone else. Um, how should I handle my GF who's depressed? I mean, I think people use the term depression dressed really loosely in India, and everybody says, "Oh, people say I'm depressed. I'm depressed." Like, um, I don't know if the person is really depressed, if you mean that, or if she's just going through life. I would say support her. Women always want support. They want love, and they want to be respected. We don't want like pity, or we don't want people to treat us differently, but we just do want people to acknowledge us and for people to acknowledge what we do for them. So that would be my advice to you. Um, do you know Neeraj Gaba? Of course I know Mr. Gaba. I love Mr. Gaba. We meet at Fashion Week all the time, and um, he's the warmest person ever, and he's really lovely. How do you reply to someone who makes a sexist comment? I lose my temper as always. I don't know how to react. I mean, there's always people who say stupid stuff on the internet. I mean, that's something you gotta take when you're on the internet. You gotta kind of, get that and be like, okay, uh, this is gonna happen. So there's a lot of times I get really angry when someone comments about something, and I really want to give them this really, you know, answer that I would actually say. But then I sit down and I think calmly, and I say, Sherry, this person is not doing this because they know you. They're doing this because they want a reaction from you. And then I give them an apt response, which is calm, collected, and sorted, I guess. And that's it. And then I'm done with it. Closed chapter. So, yeah. Somebody said that how do I handle being stalked every day? I can't find your comment anymore. But if you're being stalked every day, you should tell someone about that. That's not cool. That is really really freaky. You should tell your family, and you should maybe complain to the police. I don't know who the stalker is, but definitely not cool. Don't allow it. Uh, do I feel bad when people recognize me because my sister's fame and not me? No, I don't. I mean, I don't think anyone, Davindra, is it Devindra? Honestly, nobody ever says that I'm. I mean, pretty much like my whole life when I was young, everybody said Anita's sister, Anita's sister, Anita's sister, because I was much younger than her. And when I entered the modeling industry, the thing is, we always decided to work independently. And I remember Anita and me had a conversation, and she was like, I'm never going to help you because I want you to do this on your own, and I know you can do it on your own. And I said, yeah, I want the same. And so I never really used her name or ever said to people that, oh, I'm Anita's sister. And we look very similar. And now, of course, with my short hair, it's a bit different, but with long hair, people used to think we were similar. And when I go for a casting or a meeting, a lot of the times people would be like, are you related to Anita Shroff? And I'd be like, yeah, we're sisters. And they'll be like, oh, okay. So yeah, I didn't really ever bother me, honestly. Happens to her now as well when we meet a lot of people, and they're like, she's Sherry's sister. So I mean, we're, I think, both proud of each other in terms of what we've achieved. So I don't think uh, that would irritate anyone. No. Uh, Somebody said, "Are you wearing makeup right now?" Nope, just my lip balm. No makeup. Uh, what do you think women need in India? More financial independence or no agony aunts in their life? I think both. I mean, I don't think um, there's any less agony aunts in India, and I think like a lot of women need to be financially independent. But I think, financial independence honestly really really solves a lot of problems, and it kind of makes women more confident, I feel. So I just feel like that's something you should do, because it gives you the confidence to really do what you want to do. How to deal with nosy family members. I mean, just say that it's none of your business if someone asks you something. And you don't have to be rude about it. I mean, I'm just saying it in the sense of, say I don't feel comfortable talking about that with you. I think that's the best thing. How do I convince my parents to let me become a model? I'm come from a very conservative family. Oh wow, that's a tough one. Um, I think just explain to them about how modeling has nothing to do with being from a certain type of family, and that it's like any other job. And that I don't know what kind of modeling you want to do, whether it's like television ads, or what you really want to do. uh, but yeah, tell them that, and tell them that you would not do anything that would disrespect them, and just, I think, convince them that way. Any more questions? Where's Vaibhav? Vaibhav is in our house. This is my parents' house. uh, how do you relax yourself if you want peace in my life? I watch a movie usually, or I watch something on like online, like Netflix or Amazon Prime, like a show. That's kind of how I just disconnect from everything else. I really love to do those two things. Um, Somebody said, am I a dog lover? Yes, I am a dog lover, and I really miss having a dog. But unfortunately, right now with my current lifestyle, I just feel like it would be really unfair to a dog to, have a dog, because I don't really have the time to look after one. And wow, the traffic is insane. Can you guys hear that? Tips on dealing with a breakup. Okay, Natasha, I'm gonna say one line, and this is a line my mother used to always tell me when I had a breakup. She'd come back and say, "Why are you so upset? What's wrong?" And I'd be like, "Mom, it's not working out, and we've broken up." And so my mother would be like, "Don't be upset. There are many fish in the sea." And I still find it really funny, but the truth is that, I mean, there are many fish in the sea, and if you've broken up, it was probably never meant to be, and you will find another fish, and by fish she means a man. So yeah, that is the advice my mom used to give me, and I'm giving it to you now. uh, if you have a guy friend, people tease you that you're dating each other. That's not true. I mean, oh, that's, just ignore it. I mean, honestly, most of my best friends are boys. Like, my whole college gang was like two or three boys, and we're still the best of friends. So, um, I mean, people still like, oh, you go alone with them for dinner, and I'm like, yes, they're my friends. Why would I not go alone, for dinner with them? And they have girlfriends or wives, and we're all like, we know each other, and it is 2018. So, ignore these kind of comments. Stupid. Uh, a law that I would change is, same-sex marriages. I think that should be allowed, and it will be soon. Uh, how to handle overprotective parents? I mean, I think the first thing you got to do is get a little independent. You've got to be financially independent. You've got to explain to your parents that you're not, a little baby anymore, and that you've grown up, and that you can handle yourself. And you've got to kind of prove, that to your parents, because it's easy to say, how do you handle overprotective parents? But I've realized a lot of people like overprotective parents, and they need them because they're not really, it would interfere in your relationship if that's the level that you keep it at. Uh, any more questions? Have I ever considered being an actor? Nope, it's not my cup of tea. I mean, I did do a movie, many, many years ago, which thankfully never came out in my modeling days. Um, it was bizarre, but like, no, it never came out, and no, I don't think I would be a good actor, so no. uh, what is my educational qualification? I am a BALLB. And I think I only did law to say that to people and sound cool. But no, yeah, I'm a BALLB. That is my educational, qualification. Someone said, "Where did you buy this strap from?" It was actually a gift, from a friend, who got me this strap. And it's not red. It's actually this really amazing, like a, not even a burgundy. It's like this wine pink, like pinky purple, but it's really, really nice, different. Uh, Someone said, my sister Sanchita is your biggest fan, and she finds your hairstyle fab. Hi Sanchita, if you're watching. What do you do if you're wearing short clothes and people stare at you? I mean, I guess either you ignore them or you confront them and be like, what are you looking at, buddy? So yeah, that's it, I guess. um, Somebody said, where did you buy your wedding lehenga from Mumbai? It was actually custom made by Gaurav, and there's a whole video. I think, we had Vogue cover the process of how we did it. Some list of two things that I tried, and then Gaurav actually custom made it, and then it was brought to Bombay. So yeah, Um, what else, guys? Any more quick questions? It's been 47 minutes. Wow, I've really been into this conversation. I haven't even realized it's been so long. That's crazy. Uh, has there been any improvement after you recently brought to light the Instagram user copying designers? I've tried to do this for a very long time, honestly, and I just feel like I know a lot of people will disagree with me on this, and it's fine. I just feel really bad for the designers, and I just feel like it's unfair to them that people, um, are copying them and selling their stuff for less, and also using people's pictures and claiming that they created that outfit is totally wrong. Like, even in a case where someone says we're making a replica, that's wrong to an extent, yes, but a lot of people go on to this to say that they created that outfit, which I think is even like worse. So I definitely don't think it's a good thing, but I feel like unless we call them out, nothing is going to change. So that's something we gotta keep doing. um Please tell me how to keep dreaming even after marriage. I don't know what you mean by that. Like, what do you mean? Like, dreaming in the sense of like achieving your dreams, or I mean, I think the biggest thing we do is we get when we get married is, I don't know why we think everything is like, everything doesn't become joint. You do have your own finances, you do have your own dreams, your own goals. You have things that you truly want to achieve in life, and I don't think that should change whether you're married or single, or anything like that doesn't depend on these things. So that's something you should always push for and strive to achieve as an individual, because those are your personal goals. uh mm, Hi, you're pink. You didn't miss it. I was just about to stop. I don't know whether to stop or to go on, because this has already been like 49 minutes. Oh my god, nobody's ever gonna watch this again. They're gonna be like, 49 minutes. No. Um but which is my what most expensive buy till date? Oh, I think I don't think it's for me. I think it would be um, for Webhub. I think the wedding present I gave him, which was a watch. So I think that would be my most expensive buy till date. Uh, um, is Jim Sarab related to me? No, not in any way. Uh, mm, Breakfast in bed. They just when I don't eat breakfast most of the time, and no, we've never made breakfast in bed for neither of neither of us have done it. We have a cook who comes, and if either of us wants breakfast, we tell the cook to make it for us. So no, no such luck. A lot of people ask about lipstick. I'm not wearing lipstick right now. This is just my Burt's Bees lip balm in the shade Rose, and that is all. Oh god, my eyebrows really need to be threaded. Um, okay, last 5 minutes, guys. This is like gone on so long. Okay, my favorite book, one of my favorites is always is this book called Princess by Jean Sasson. I love her. Also, oh yes, a lot of people said, someone just said they saw my Yumi Malaysia ad. I'm going to be posting the timings for the show. It airs this Saturday on TLC India. Super excited for you guys to see that. Don't forget to check it out. I will be posting on my Instagram with all the details. So if you missed the show, you can watch the rerun and all of that. Really excited about that. Um, and okay, last question. Hit me with something really good. Come on, guys. I've answered a lot of questions today. Something hard hitting and something intense and something not cheesy. uh, uh, come on. No, that I'm still not convinced we have a great question, guys. Come on, give me an intense one. what does women's empowerment mean to me? Okay, Tanya, I'm gonna answer your question as the last one because this video was about empowering women, and it was about Women's Day and girl talk and all of that. So I'm gonna say, for me, it's about women having the freedom to do what they truly want to do themselves. And I just feel like that is something a lot of women can't do, be it financial independence, be it just the independence to make decisions and do exactly what they want to do in life. That is what I want, and that is what I feel is when women would truly be empowered, when we can do that, and everybody can do that, not just like a few people. When every woman like, I've lost you guys. Can you guys see me? Someone said, when will you start your clothing or makeup line? I'm working on a few things, and I'm trying to see who to do some stuff with and collaborate with people. So hopefully this year you will see some stuff for sure. Thank you guys for being a part of this video. It was really, really lovely chatting with you. And if you are a girl, I just want to tell you guys this: do not think that you can't achieve anything, because you can achieve anything you want to achieve in life. And just fight the odds and do what you really, 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 really love. Okay. And to all the men watching, empower your women and let them, like, come into their own and make their own decisions and live their own lives. See you guys. Bye. Mwah.